guys, Kai here and welcome back. Today we're going to be starting a brand new series on my channel, and we're going to be actually starting with West Ham United. I'm just going through the clubs here because I was deciding who to start this episode with. But I did decide on West Ham United. They did, well, as people say, they did win the World Cup in 1966 with England because they had most players, of course. So that's what we're going to try and do here today. Here is the rules. We can only buy English players. They all must be under 24 years of old, the ones that we bring in. We've got to sell all the foreign players who are here right now at West Ham United, and then sell English players once they reach the age of 29. So they can play here, the English players can play here before they're 29, but as soon as they do hit 29, we've got to sell them as well. So if there are any English players here right now who are over 24, they can stay for now, and the players that we do bring in, if they do pass 24, they can still stay as well. So we're just going to go through the club here and put on the transfer list all the ones who are not English, Winston Reid being one of those. And so hopefully with the sale of these players, we will have enough money to bring in a few good young English players for the future. We will try and take up the England job as well if we get it offered. Cresswell, he is English. Kyoto is not, of course. So he will go on the transfer list. The ones who are out on loan or the ones that I cannot sell right now, they will just have to wait until the end of the season or January maybe if they come back from short loans. Obiang, he's Spanish, so he's going to go on the transfer. I can't even sell him because he's just recently joined the club. Payet, of course, he's not English. We can't sell him either. He's recently joined, but we're going to get 20.5 million when we do get to sell the guy. And we'll probably go down a little bit actually because he's not going to get a game all season. Quite a lot of foreign players here. We can't keep the English either, or the Welsh, or the Irish, and of course not the Canadians either. Sacco, Ghanaian. Can't. Tompkins, he's English. James Tompkins can stay even though he is 26 years old. He can still stay until he is 29. Reece Oxford. Darren Randolph, he's recently joined the club, so I can't get rid of him just yet. Now, I'm not entirely sure what positions we're going to be looking for right now. I think we might need to get ourselves a goalkeeper. We have Andy Carroll, he's English, but we might look to buy another young English striker. Possibly a central midfielder as well. We're going to have to look through the club and see who we've got here. Sam Byram, right midfielder, he's English. Spiegel, he's a goalkeeper who can't stay. Joey O'Brien, Irish, the one that's got to go, and I think that is it. The ones that are on the transfer list are on there. So we're going to look for a goalkeeper, as I said. First up, let's see what young English goalkeepers there are available. And let's see if we can try and bring one to West Ham United. We're going to set the age to 24 because that is one of the rules. Got to be under 24 years old. All new English players who come in have got to be less than 24 years old. So let's do the quick search. And Jack Olwick. And Jack Butland. Oh, there we go. I was getting a bit worried there looking at the players coming up, but Jack Butland was in the scout report. And we have £34.4 million to spend, which is not bad actually. I thought we was going to have less, but that's pretty good. If we could sell a couple of players as well. We do put in that offer then for Jack Butland. He's only 22 years old. That would be a great keeper to have. Obviously English. Now some negotiations going on then with West Ham and Stoke City. Hoping they can do a deal pretty soon. And as all this does go through, I'm sure there will be people leaving as well. We're going to do some training for a couple of the English youngsters. Michael Antonio, he's another one that's just recently joined West Ham United. So we're going to try and get his rating up as high as possible whilst we can. I think he's a right midfielder, isn't he? Yeah, he's a right midfielder, right-footed player as well. Who else going to shove in here? English, John Tompkins, Reece Oxford. I guess he's 65 overall right now. Let's simulate that. See if we can push towards 66 rating for Oxford. Go see there, not too bad. A little increase on both of those players. I'm really excited about this series even. See what we can do with the young English players. Be nice to have a full 11 players starting every game. Might not be able to do that straight away, depending on the players that we bring in. Got some good youngsters here. Berahino, John Stones, Nathan Redmond, Ryan Mason. I'm going to actually remove him. Jack Wilshere, I could still buy Jack Wilshere. He's 23, but I don't think I'm going to have the money to bring him in, to be honest. How much is Berahino? It doesn't say. Approach to buy, is it going to say on there? We don't know how much this guy is. He's only 21 years old, from West Bromwich Albion. I'm going to make a £5 million offer there. See what they come back and say. Probably is a little bit too cheap for Berahino, but we'll just wait and see. John Stones, will have the cash to bring him in? Would be a great signing. 21-year-old centre-back, English of course. He's been linked with quite a few teams recently. Again, we don't know the value of this guy, so we'll probably put in a trade here. Could offer a couple of million, I guess, as well. But who shall we put in for the trade? Obviously a foreigner. James Collins could be. Enner Valencia, 4.7 million. That could possibly help us. Getting John Stones, £4 million, and Valencia. We'll see what Everton come back and say. They obviously don't want to lose their young defender, but we are in a European International Cup. If we can win this, we'll have some more funds to play with as well. And we do get the victory, a 2-1 win there. Tompkins on the score sheet. So it's nice to win the first game against Hamburg of Germany. That puts us top of the group stage. And we're going to do some more training here. We're going to do the same players for now. Antonio and Reece Oxford. There we go. Nice little session for them. Small increase for the both of them. Antonio approaching 75 rating. And Jack Butland's offer was actually accepted by Stoke City. So we're going to offer him a contract. Exactly what he wants. So that should hopefully be enough to bring him into West Ham United. We'll have a brand new goalkeeper at the club. A great goalkeeper as well for the future. And Winston Reid, a couple of offers have come in for him recently. One of them being from Sunderland. And transfer offers actually been rejected for Berahino, which was pretty much expected, if I'm honest. So we're going to have to add a little bit of an incentive for West Brom if they're going to accept him. Just going through here. Lanzini, 22-year-old, great player. £7 million is rated, so I might lower that by a million. So £7 million rated Lanzini, £4 million up front. Hopefully that will be enough to bring in Berahino to West Ham United. It looks like we've already brought in Jack Butland, which is good news. The first English star to join us here. And the second game then of pre-season against Hellas Verona. Can we go out and get another victory? Come on, boys. Simulate, and we do get the victory. And again, it's another English guy who does get on the score sheet, which is always good. I think that's 3 goals and 3 English scorers in pre-season so far. And Coyote, an offer's coming from Newcastle United. I'm going to counter to 3.9 million. That'll be a nice little bit of money coming in. And unfortunately, Everton still not accepting the offer for John Stones. We have offered Enner Valencia. We're going to offer a little bit more money, £7 million and Valencia. Will that be enough to sweeten the deal for Everton? And Jack Butland has accepted his contract offer, so he will be joining West Ham, which is the first signing for us here in this series, and a great one that is going to be. That will probably tide us over for the rest of the series, if I'm honest. 22 years old, I think Jack Butland was. And so, more scout reports. Let's get rid of all the foreign ones. Hector Bellerini, Spanish, of course. Coutinho, he's Brazilian. Jack Wilshere's on there again. Nathan Redmond, he could be a good signing to bring in actually on that right side. I know we have Mikel Antonio, but we could put Antonio in the middle as the cam. Ross Barkley, another one, but I don't think we're going to have the money to bring in Ross Barkley just yet, so he will have to wait for now. We're going to put in then the offer for Nathan Redmond from Norwich City. Luke Shaw, I won't have the money to bring in Luke Shaw, I don't think. James Ward-Prowse could be a good signing. I did want a central midfielder after all. He's 20 years old from Southampton. We're going to offer 5 million straight up and see what the Saints come back and say. Hopefully accept, but you never know. They might be a bit stubborn and ask for more money. Jack Wilshere's still on there. It's very tempting, but I don't think I'm going to have enough money to buy Jack Wilshere. Still, the negotiations go on for Saido Berahino. We do want the striker to come in. We probably put him in as replacement for Andy Carroll. Andy Carroll will be more of a backup, I guess, or a super sub. We'll just have to wait and see. But there is the second offer that goes in, or third offer actually for Berahino. So we'll just wait and see if West Brom come back and accept it. Newcastle United, they have decided to match the offer for Kyoto, so it looks like he's going to St James's Park, and Winston Reid is also going up to the north. He might be on his way to Sunderland, so some more funds coming in for West Ham. We're going to auto replace here, the third pre-season game, and it is at home against Las Palmas. Can we get the victory? It'll be 3 out of 3 if we can. Oh, it's a draw, 2-2 there. And as we was talking about replacing Andy Carroll, he bangs in a brace, grabbing 2 goals. And I think that will keep us top of the group stage and through to the next round possibly. And negotiations going on for James Ward-Prowse of Southampton. And we're going to offer a little bit more here, 6.6 million. They want actually 8 million. At least they did come back and give me a feel of what they expect for the player. So 6.6 million might just be enough for him. Our offer for Nathan Redmond was actually accepted, 21-year-old right midfielder. So we're going to offer him the contract they actually requested. So hopefully that will be signed, sealed and done soon. And then John Stones again being rejected. So are we going to put in another offer for this guy? I think this could be a pricey one. We're going to offer a little bit more, 8.6 million and Valencia. Come on Everton, let me have him. I'd absolutely love to have John Stones in the West Ham defence in front of Jack Butland, who we've already brought in. Arsenal spending £33 million there for Pjanic. And the transfer offer has been accepted finally for Saido Berahino. And we're going to offer him the contract that he wants, and hopefully that will be enough to bring him in here, and that will be a great signing for us. The striker, 21 years old, great potential. He can finish. He's got pretty decent speed as well. And who's that? Southampton have received an offer for £6 million from West Bromwich Albion for Ward-Prowse. I'm hoping they accept ours and not theirs. Come on, West Ham, can we win? Simulate, and we do win. It's Borg, the youngster, with the 1 goal, the only goal of the game actually, putting us through to the next round of the pre-season tournament. That means more money for us, which is absolutely fantastic news. Transfer offer for Lanzini, they decided to match that offer. That was from Aston Villa, so we could get some more funds for him. I don't think Lanzini's in any of the deals right now, so we'll just have to wait to see. The contract offer's gone in for Ward-Prowse, hopefully accepts us and doesn't go to West Bromwich Albion. And there, Nathan Redmond, he has accepted his contract and he is on his way to West Ham. There we go, he is now a West Ham United player. So that is absolutely fantastic. Another signing who will shove him straight into the right midfield position. We're going to shove Antonio into the cam position, so hopefully he has a good season there. Obiang, or however you pronounce his name, he looks like he's going to Ipswich on loan for the season. We can't sell him just yet. And the offer has finally been accepted by Everton for John Stones. So we're going to offer him the contract that he wants. I don't mind giving him what he demands. John Stones coming to West Ham will be an absolutely huge deal for us. And there is confirming the deal for Berahino. He's joining. Adrian's going in the opposite direction. And there we have a new English young striker. He'll be the main striker, of course. Andy Carroll will be the super sub or the backup. Fee agreed for Berahino. There we go. And Lanzini has gone to Aston Villa for 10.5 million. So that's more funds bringing in. And then we do confirm the deal for James Ward-Prowse as well. So the transfer deals are now coming in thick and fast. I can't keep up with all these deals. We've brought in quite a few players now, and a couple have gone out. So we do have funds as well still. And let's just have a quick look then at the team. We're going to shove in Redmond on that right side, as I said. Who else did I bring in? Berahino, of course. I'm just going to make sure we've got no foreigners in there. James Ward-Prowse too. He's just started from Southampton. Alex Song, sorry lad, you lose your place. I'm going to make sure we can do this properly. Hopefully we've got a full English 11 by the time the Premier League starts. I think we've pretty much got that right now, to be honest. Reece Oxford there is injured, but I'll just leave that for now. And I think that is that for the English players. The ones that we've got at least. Is that a full 11? It might just be. So that is the team we've got as we go into the next game of the pre-season tournament against FC Mainz. Can we get the victory? Oh no, we lost. Can you believe it? We put in our big plays and we lose 1-0. So that is the end of pre-season for us. But a pretty decent pre-season, if I'm honest. And now we get to look forward to the Premier League start. But before that, we do get to do some training with a couple of our new signings. Berahino being one of those. Try and get his rating as high as possible, as soon as possible as well. Is just, what is he, 76 rated right now, pushing towards 77. So we'll do a couple of sessions with him, then probably change to another player. Nathan Redmond, push him towards 80 as well if we can. Try and get these two to 80 overall in this first season. There we go. Hopefully these two have a good training session, and then I'm going to end the episode here, guys. So give me some suggestions, any other young English players who I can bring in. And thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like the video, please hit like, comment if you want to below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Peace.